Get to a peace deal announced by the U.S. and Iran to end the war and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Christiane Cordero is keeping tabs on it from our D.C. bureau. Christiane, thanks so much for joining us. Just what's the latest between peace talks between Iran and the United States?
Well, Ashin, always good to be with you. So the deal on the table right now is essentially an extension of the current ceasefire agreement and critically an agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. But it's unclear the specifics of this actual memorandum of understanding that both sides have apparently at least signaled that they have agreed to. And we have been told from a senior administration official that we expect to see the details of it in the next day or two. But as I kind of alluded to, there are some questions about what each side has agreed to, just even in the short term and especially in the long term as we look for more of a lasting peace deal.
Yeah, you've got questions, and I'm going to add one more for you. What's going on with the Strait of Hormuz? I mean, we know that it's a part of the deal, but when can we actually expect it to reopen?
Yeah, so the senior administration official told us that they expect it to open as soon as Friday. But there are a lot of caveats around that, and particularly if this is going to last within that 60-day negotiation period that is set on the table, right? So if, in fact, the Strait of Hormuz does remain clear in those 60 days, then that will certainly alleviate a lot of pressure. But we know that a lot can happen in the next 60 days, as a lot has happened in the past 60 days. And even has not happened, you could argue, as there are some 1,500 or so vessels that are still stuck in the Persian Gulf. So certainly a lot of questions there. We'll see where we go from here. One thing that is worth noting, though, Ashin, is the future of tolls in the Strait of Hormuz seems to be unclear. The senior administration official said that it will be toll-free for 60 days. Iran has not quite said that much. They have said, well, we're not really charging tolls as much as service fees. It's hard to distinguish between the two.
Yeah, Christiane, we know that this is not the first deal that's been brokered between the United States and Iran. Donald Trump is orchestrating this one, but President Obama also orchestrated a deal with Iran several years ago. What is the difference between this deal and the one President Obama orchestrated back then?
We won't have a full side-by-side comparison until we see the actual details of this deal. But our Robin Roberts actually sat down with President Obama over the weekend, and he weighed in.
You spent a lot of time wrestling with the threat of a nuclear Iran. How do you think things are being handled right now there?
It is doubtful that any agreement that arises is going to be significantly different or a significant improvement from the deal that we had in the first place.
So the former Deputy Secretary of State under his administration agreed. She also criticized the administration's potential timeline, saying that this is not a practical timeline, that it took them about a year and a half of negotiations. The Trump administration is giving it 60 days.